Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome to Week 7, the final week of the Art of Warfare tournament. That's right, and since we've got the replays already, we've got the scores already, so we can tell you straight out who won the tournament, which I know you're all very, very looking forward to. But, yeah, so let's get straight into it. First of all, though, let's introduce these players, just because, yeah, I'm going to be casting Bracket D game to start off with. So, Anonix is going to be from In Pursuit of Skill. And we've actually saw him last week, I think, face off against Primal Scientist. So that was a pretty awesome game, and Anonix actually won it. It's a pretty awesome play. And of course, we do have FireStorm, and last week was one of the very few weeks we didn't actually cast FireStorm, otherwise known as Joskov from Tawtastic. But this would be the fourth game we've cast him in, and he's won the other three. So very much looking forward to this game to see how both of these winning players do in this game. It's a nice way to finish it off. But yeah, let's get back to the scores. So, I mean, basically, Wingmen won. I mean, they were so far in the lead last week. They got a couple more wins this week. It's taken them out to 20 points total. So, well in the lead. The people at second place were actually the horses. So they were in second place last time. They actually won 3 games last week on week 7. So they did a spectacular job, got a nice lead out, and they came in second place. And Paddy's Heroes, of course, ended up in third by the skin of their teeth, man. Absolute skin in the teeth. They didn't do too well in week 7. Didn't get that many wins, but they were already out in front enough to be able to hold on. So Paddy's Heroes did take out third place with 14 points. We have a look. We got this little guy. Let's follow this little guy. And sharing fourth place was Team Insane and Best Team Incoming with 13 points apiece. We do have Tawtastic next up with 12 points. Then In Pursuit of Skill with 10 points. And finally, Masterminds with 8 points. So they started off okay, but they haven't had a very good run in the past few weeks. So they're, yeah. But regardless, Wingmen are doing an absolutely fantastic job, and the Horses and Paddy's Heroes doing an exceptional job as well to get second and third. So there we go, and we're going to be enjoying some of the best games from that final week of play. Well, some would say the most important week of play, just for getting out there. Not so much for Wingmen because they were so far in the lead already, but for other teams like Paddy's Heroes, he came back in third by a single win over the entire tournament. It was a single win which got him into third place. And so stuff like Horses, for example, like they came in second, but if they had not won any games, they would have been equal second with Paddy's Heroes. And if Paddy's Heroes had won another game, maybe they could have been second. It all really comes down to the final week. So yes, these games are definitely going to be awesome. So here we go. Just got to find my foot pedal here. I got cords all over the place. If you hear a funny whirring noise in the back, I don't think you should be able to because it's fairly quiet now that I've got Starcraft sound on, but when I didn't have anything on before, it was a bit loud. It's my NAS. I just bought a nice big NAS, and I'm copying about 3 terabytes of stuff onto it right now from all my other external hard drives. So it's going to take a while. I can hear it now, just when there was a lull in the StarCraft 2 sound, sort of whirring away disk drives and stuff. But I think it should be fun. I don't think it should annoy us too much. So let's get back into the game. It does look like Anonix has his first barracks out, been constantly building Marines off it. Nothing crazy. And he's got a full bunker. 2 more bunkers coming up. This Ling Incursion is going to get absolutely owned. They get speed right at the last second, which just makes it that much faster for them to run into this bunker. And Anonix choosing to be better safe than sorry, I suppose, with 2 more bunkers coming down. I'm not sure how necessary this is. Against Lings, maybe a bit more necessary, but not as effective as a full wall-in. I hope he's planning on doing a full wall-in, because, I mean, 3 bunkers is probably as effective as 1 bunker when it comes to 20 Lings trying to run in through your base and go for your minerals. So, not sure how that's going to work. But, and yeah, if he goes for roaches instead, then meh. But it is going to be quite effective versus Banelings, actually. 3 bunkers versus 1 is going to be quite effective versus Banelings, and we can see that FireStorm is going for Banelings, so perhaps Anonix, having watched some of the previous games, perhaps even the ones cast on my channel, has realised that FireStorm has a fondness for Banelings. I can't actually remember if he has a fondness for Banelings, but he's definitely building some now. So the 3 bunkers are going to work quite well. He's got them almost filled up. There he goes, just about to be filled up right there. They're all trying to get in the center one. Everybody loves the center bunker, even though these ones still have some space in it. So anonix is going to have to get on that. He's going to have to get on that soon because the Banelings are incoming. Here we go. Going to be repairing them. That was very, very fast on the part of anonix. Oh, but so many workers. Oh, so many workers just got lost there. I feel like repairing that perhaps not the best idea given what happened. 8 workers got lost because they was too close to the bunkers, man. I would have just let the bunkers burn if there were Banelings coming that close. I mean, damn. 8 workers you just lost. That is crazy. So if you have a look at the income right now, here's 8 workers in front? What the freaking hell? FireStorm, dude, get a move on. He's going for massive amounts of early pressure. But after I saw just what just happened there, man, I mean, switch over because you just put in a ton of Banelings. You got a fair amount of workers, but you did not take him over. So there he goes. Going through a ton of workers there. So evidently deciding that he's not going to win the game in the first 10 minutes and he needs a backup plan, which means more workers. So good on him getting that out. And man, FireStorm, insane amount of workers early on in this game. No, not FireStorm, anonix. Anonix getting out a ton of workers early on. Here we go. The Banelings going for another round. They're actually trying to run through, but oh, getting a ton of hits. And 2 Banelings actually make it out of there alive. He's trying to lift this up, but there's Lings on top of it. Both of the Banelings getting done by a Marauder, and the Marauder just runs on. He's like, hey, dude, did a fly just fly into my windscreen? There's a big green splotch on it. The Marauders, man, so beefy. It's so freaking beefy. So there we go. Those 2 Banelings, man, they could have been heroes, but they both ended up just smashing against the hard shell of a Marauder. And we've got a very interesting wall in going on here. I'm not sure why he's doing it like that, but who am I to argue? I'm sure there's some reason for it. Oh man, so anonix holding on nice and early in this game, holding on to his worker lead as well. FireStorm going for some very, very early pressure, not doing a lot other than killing a lot of Marines and killing a fair amount of workers, but he stopped his worker production to such a level where I feel like he's barely evened up by killing that many workers. Like, he needed the amount of workers that he wasn't building before. He really needed to actually wipe out the Terran player, but he has gotten back into it. He's building a ton of workers, so we'll see. I feel like he's not going to be too far behind. I feel like FireStorm is an excellent player, and being this far behind in workers at the 12-minute mark is not going to cripple him by any stretch, but he definitely needs to catch up. He definitely needs to get those workers out there, and then he can really, really start to make things happen. He's still 9 behind, so anonix doing a sensational job of keeping his worker numbers high, so FireStorm is almost going to even it up here. Scouting for a 3rd base, does not see one. And here we go. Got a Marauder here blocking this while the last supply depot is waiting to be built. Is this a gap here? I feel like the bunker is sort of closing that off, so it's alright. And anonix getting the command center down. What is his game plan? It looks like it's going to be Triple M all the way. And well, yeah, so that should be pretty interesting. He's got shields on the way. He's already got stims researched. Pretty good. He's got a factory for reactors, probably Widow Mine. Yes. Alright, so it's going to be some Widow Mine. Have a look at the upgrades as well. And yeah, he's got weapons level 1 at the moment. Looking pretty good. Looks like FireStorm is going for the Mutiling. And with a 3rd base out already, he's going to have all the gas he needs, assuming that he mines the gas off all 3 bases, which you can only assume that he would. He's definitely jumping into the workers right now. And if we have a look at the units, he's got a lot of Lings, 23 and 5, versus 34 Marines, 2 Marauders, 4 Medevacs. So anonix looking very, very strong at the moment. He's only got a matter of minutes before mutas start coming out, but mutas are not going to be a threat for this army too much. So I feel like he's still in a very, very good position. We do have 5 Banelings in this army, but I feel like, oh, he's doing a great split here, splitting up his army. Maybe he knew something was going on, but the Lings all getting wiped out, and here come the Banelings. No Baneling speed, but the sheer amount of Marines wiping them out. Doing a great job, and anonix has an opportunity here to really make something happen. I do not know if he's going to go for it or not, but he's continuing to build forces. He's in the lead. Not in the workers, actually. Not in the workers lead. FireStorm is definitely caught up there. And he's in the lead in terms of army, though. It's quite a decent amount of forces. And FireStorm, was he building? He's built 5 mutas. I don't know if he wants to keep building mutas, though. Because obviously, anonix is very, very marine heavy at the moment. So the mutas right now are good for harassment and not much else. No missile turrets up here though, so anonix not really. Oh, he's got missile turrets over there, but over here protecting this base, not so much. So the mutas are going to come here pretty much unmolested, and he's going to have to get some reinforcing marines back here, something. He's going to move his main forces back here to try and defend against that. It is, yeah, I don't know. I can't really say it's a mistake, but it is something you see a lot of lower level players do that could potentially be done better, which is as soon as they see a small threat, they do not counter according to the threat. They counter with everything. So 5 mutalisks, they will move every single force back to counter that. And you really don't need to. I mean, 7, 8 marines would have done it, but you move the entire force back, and that means that it's that much longer for that force to get out to the enemy base and start killing stuff, which means more time that FireStorm has to build up banelings and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much a Masters level thing though. You'll see a lot of Masters players, when they see that, they'll move 8 marines back there, and the rest of the forces they'll continue to push out, continue to put pressure on the main base. It's multitasking, and it is a little bit dicey to do as a lower level player, but that's definitely one of the things you want to aim for if you want to get into these higher leagues. So here we go, Spore Crawler coming down. They're going to lift down. Oh, the Widow Mine's going to be burrowing, and the workers. Oh, I think it tried to hit the worker as it went inside the extractor. The medevac, man, he's not paying attention. He's moving the rest of his forces in, actually, so he pretty much left those guys to die. Here they come. Muta's not going to be much help here. There's just too many marines, although if the banelings get some nice hits off, he's running for it, and he's doing it actually for D bracket, man. This is an exceptional job of stim and run, but you can see he's taking the damage, man. He is stimming like there's no tomorrow. And you do not want to lift those guys inside the medevacs when they're that lower health. You want to keep them outside to heal them up, because they're going to drop off. They're going to have no health. They don't get healed when they're inside the medevac, only when they're outside it. So here they go, dropping down, and the lings go to work, the mutas go to work. This entire force is dead right here, and that's a clear case of drug abuse right there. Over-stimming to the max, and just jumping straight into medevac without getting yourself healed, man. Don't jump inside a medevac to go for a combat drop when you've got no health left. It's just a bad idea. Oh, is this thing going to get to a burrow? It doesn't matter. There's an overseer there. So anyway, another medevac is going to be pumping off, and anonix suddenly is, I thought he was in the lead, but throwing away so many of his forces is just not doing him that well at the moment. It's just, yeah, I just do not know. So we'll have to see if he can sort of come back here. I mean, he's got 6 marines coming out at the moment, but he's not got that much. I mean, just with pure lings, he's not really got what he needs to deal with pure lings. And this is why marine tank is a good force against mutaling, because, I mean, you can stim around against banelings, but against lings, it's just so many of them that it just takes ages to kill them. And you really, really need tanks to sort of deal with those guys. So yes, we'll just have to see what is going to happen here with this game. We've got Mutaling coming in over there. FireStorm, if we have a look at the income, he's only a smidge ahead, but he's definitely got ahead on the army, not too ahead. Anonix is macroing up in massive style. He's got like 12 marines coming out as once. Not so good with the rally points, but they're on the field and he can F2 to select all of them at the same time. So he's got the army, he's macroed the army up really fast, which I definitely like. If you have a look at the upgrades, he's only on 1 weapons, whereas FireStorm has got 2 too. So I gotta say, man, he's obviously forgotten about the upgrades to a very large degree, and that is not going to help him. Not going to help him at all. So I have to see how this next engagement comes up. The muta's coming in, the marines. Oh, the baneling's doing so much damage. He didn't even try and stim and run there. He just took the banelings to the face and instantly just about 50 or 60 supply worth of marines died right there. And anonix is just, oh man, he's got the best macro, but his micro is just, I would be very, very hard pressed to find another instance of somebody just losing all their forces, just throwing away their forces like anonix did right there, man. He had the Marines, he knew what was coming. I mean, Mutiling, maybe he didn't see the Bailings under the Marines, maybe I'll give him that excuse, but man, the Bailings came in and he just stood there and they just killed him. I mean, damn. And this is not good. This is not good. He's sending him out on the side there. The submarine's still chasing the medevac's like, wait for me, wait for me. But he's dropping all over the place, trying to drop all over the place. I don't think it's going to help. I mean, FireStorm's on 5 bases right now. He's only mining off 2 of them, but he does have them there. So it's a case of I don't think anonix can take out the bases as fast as FireStorm can build them. So he is going to be defending this. Lings already, just a couple of Lings and a Queen already wiping out a lot of these guys. Actually got an SCV in here, maybe to heal the medevac. I really don't think that's going to be any sort of use. And FireStorm, man, just with so many forces, it has got to be the end of the game right here. He's got to be thinking, just move in, just absolutely own everything, just destroy the entire everything. See how it goes. So we got these Banelings coming in. Oh, Widow Mines, man. That was crazy. Look at the hits on the Mutas, man. That's the sort of thing that can change the tide of a battle, but I think it's just too late at the moment. Not even 2 Widow Mine hits on a massive clump of Mutas. I mean, that's the best Widow Mine hit I've ever seen on Mutas, but it was just too late, and anonix, man, just could not capitalize. We'll actually go back and look at that, just because I want to see those beautiful Widow Mine hits. Absolutely fantastic, man. Absolutely fantastic. And we'll speed it up a bit. Yeah, so he's going to get some drops off. Here we go. Oh! Oh! Beautiful. Look how clumped up they were, man. And the Widow Mine hit every single Mutalist. Point blank. And look at that. 50 out of 120. You get 4 Widow Mines, and you can kill a Mutalist. You can kill 1,000,000 Mutalists with 4 Widow Mines if they're all stupid enough to stand over it. So that's today's lesson. 4 Widow Mines is all you need to kill Mutalists. So there we go. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Congratulations to FireStorm. anonix, man, he did a great job in the macro, the micro, and not so much. So we're going to be leaving him here though, and yeah, moving on to another game. So stay tuned. Bracket C coming up tomorrow. Who have we got for Bracket C? Let me have a check. Is going to be Maximus from Masterminds and Squiggle from the Horses. So that should be very, very nice. Anyway, I'll catch you guys tomorrow with that game. Stay tuned. This has been Hairy Muppet. I hope you enjoyed this game.